Ahoy, Minnetonka! I'm Jackie Getty, Executive Director of Communications for Minnetonka Schools and host of Season 3 of our district podcast, Ahoy, Minnetonka. Supporting our students and families in our school community to the best of our ability is at the heart of our work at Minnetonka Schools. For the past 4 years, the district has held a unique event called the Community and Resource Night to help provide some resources that families may need and not know are readily available. To tell us more about this event, who it's geared to, and what the components of it are 3 members involved in the planning and development of the event. Carrie Lindberg, our coordinator of the Minnetonka Family Collaborative, and Amelia Kogan and Olivia Hashbarger, 2 students who will be volunteers at the event in a very special capacity. Thank you to each of you for being here. First, we'd like to get to know a little bit more about you, so please tell us about yourselves and your connections to Minnetonka Schools. Carrie, why don't we start with you?
Sure. My name is Carrie Lindberg, and I'm the Minnetonka Family Collaborative Coordinator. I've been in this role almost 11 years now. I have 3 kids. All 3 have gone through Minnetonka. My youngest is a sophomore at the high school currently.
Fantastic. Amelia, how about you?
Well, I'm a senior this year. And I've been in Minnetonka since kindergarten in the Chinese immersion program, and I've really enjoyed it, yeah.
What are you involved in?
Well, I do a lot with Tonka Neighbors Initiative. I'm in the IB program, International Baccalaureate, and I focus a lot on languages.
Fantastic. Olivia?
Well, I'm Olivia Hashbarger. I'm also a senior here at Minnetonka, and I've also been here since kindergarten. I've been involved in the Spanish immersion program, so obviously with TNI, and then I also participate in intercambio or Spanish exchange, and I'm also a former Vantage student.
Fantastic. Well, thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. Carrie, you're the coordinator of the Minnetonka Family Collaborative. What is that? What does it do? Yes. And what groups are involved in it?
Sure. The Minnetonka Family Collaborative is an association of community partners, and we work to improve the well-being of youth and families in the Minnetonka School District. We have about 95 members. We meet about 5 times a year, and we really work with different organizations and resources to share information and make sure that everyone knows about the amazing resources that we have in Minnetonka. We also have a grant program where we fund different programs in the district, like the Relate Counselors in the high school.
So who does it serve?
So it serves the entire community of Minnetonka, and we really focus on youth and families. We have great nonprofit partners, Family Friends, Open Hands Foundation, My Health, ICA Food Shelf, and Resource West are just some of our organizations.
And through your involvement in that group, you're also one of the key planners of the Community and Resource Night. Yes. Tell us what that is and how it came to be.
Sure. The Minnetonka Community Resource Night is an event that was the original idea of one of our social workers from Minnetonka Middle School East, Katie Clemmy. 4 years ago, she really wanted to connect families to all of the programs in the district and was really focusing on our multilingual families. And she had the idea of having a resource night, and that's where the idea was born. And we are so excited that our 4th year is this year, and we're so excited that you're involved. It's on Friday, November 21st from 6 to 8 at Minnetonka Middle School East.
And who does it serve?
It serves everyone in the district. We're really excited to just bring a ton of resources into one place, free dinner, activities for families, and we really want to let everyone know just about all of the wonderful programs and organizations we have in our community.
So we'll be digging a lot more into that, but Amelia and Olivia, you're members of a student group called Tonka Neighbors Initiative. Did I get that right?
Yes.
And tell us about your group.
Well, we focus on multilingual support for members of the community. Often we're working with younger children that are Spanish and Russian speakers. And those are the main languages in our club.
So what does your club do?
So essentially what we do is we invite current MHS students to come and serve as what we like to call kind of a language ambassador. Where it's open to any multilingual student where they can come in and act as kind of an informal translator or interpreter for various service events throughout the year.
So what are some of the things you've been involved in through that or that your club has been involved in?
So one of them we've started this year is Deep Haven Homework Help, where we go over to Deep Haven every week on Wednesdays, and we are really building connection with these kids. Many are Russian Spanish speakers, and it'll be helping them with homework, playing games with them. We'll even have little parties as well. And then also the resource night is a big event for us as well.
Yeah, so alongside that, we work very closely with the English Learner program. So like there's a lot of EL students at Deep Haven, like Amelia mentioned. But outside of our homework help and like tutoring, we also twice a year we take them to these Team Smile events that are in partnership with the Minnesota Twins and the Minnesota Vikings, where they put on these big events for any underprivileged youth in the Twin Cities that needs to receive dental care. And they can go to these events and get teeth cleanings and fillings and whatever they might need for free. So we take a group of students twice a year to these events, and our language ambassadors get paired up. Usually it's one-on-one or maybe 2-to-1, and you're just kind of acting as a buddy for them for the day, because a lot of them, maybe they have never received dental care, so it's important for them to have someone that really understands, you know, how they're feeling and that can explain what the dentist is doing to them.
In their language.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah.
So what languages are represented in your club?
We have Russian, Chinese, Spanish is a big one. We've had Cantonese as well, separate from Mandarin. What else?
I believe we've had some Somali too, but the main languages that we are in most need of right now are Russian and Spanish.
And then you learned language through Minnetonka. Talk about that a little bit and being able to use those skills.
For me, it's been amazing. It's a really big part of my journey through Minnetonka. I'm currently in the IB Chinese class, and it's been really meaningful to learn so many new fiction books, nonfiction in a different language. Yeah,
I would have to agree. I feel like the immersion program has always been such a big part of my life, you know, being in it since I was 5 years old and growing up learning an entirely different language. But just the amount of opportunities that I've gotten through the immersion program, obviously taking a large role in T&I, but also doing Spanish exchange and things like that. I feel like it's really kind of helped give me more opportunities. I'm planning to get a minor in Spanish when I go to college next year, so I feel like that is a great opportunity that it's given me.
Yeah, I also like a minor in Chinese as well. It's definitely fostered a love for languages. I speak Russian at home, so I've been able to use that to help people as well, which has been really great.
So how did the Tonka Neighbors Initiative come to be? Has it been around very long?
It's not a very old club. It started actually with a project, end of the year senior project that I believe her name is Adeline. Was doing, and then last year was the first year the club was initiated, and Sophia Showcats and Soren Lee were the leaders of it, and they launched it, and then we're just taking care of what they started.
How many students are involved in it, and how often are you active?
So right now we have, I want to say 40 to 50 members. And we not as many come to all of the events, obviously, because we have a lot of concurrent events going on at the same time. But we meet every other week in the mornings, kind of just to go over upcoming events and ways that our members can get involved, you know, what languages we're most in need of and things like that. But outside of that, we always have different things going on. We have our Deep Haven homework help, we're working at food shelves, we have things like resource night. So there's always a lot going on.
Do you go seek these opportunities, or do opportunities come to you? And if they come to you, how does that work?
Well, I think right now the way it's going is we have some stable ones that are, like Olivia said, weekly or bi-weekly. And Ms. Johnson, our advisor, does a great job of bringing up opportunities that she thinks T&I will be able to help with. And otherwise, it kind of comes naturally. And when we can go, when we can send our members, we want them to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of adding on to that. So like Amelia said, we have a lot of really stable kind of service events that we've had going on since our launch last year. But outside of that, we work very closely with family friends, and we are able to support them with kind of a one-on-one need-based assistance. So Mary Beth Wigg, who is the outreach coordinator of Family Friends, she could reach out to us and ask if a family needs someone a translator to go with them to a doctor's appointment or to an open house or anything like that. I know, Amelia, I think you've been to the optometrist a couple of times with some families. So that's also something we really like to focus on, is individual support for these families with anything else they might need outside of our regular service events.
What would you say you personally get out of being a part of a club like this? What are the benefits personally?
Oh my God, there's so many. It's so fulfilling. I don't even know how to say it other than seeing the kids smile. Every time you go to Deep Haven, they'll hug you and remember you. For them, having someone understand their language is like having someone understand who they are. And that is just, it makes me, sometimes like I'll tear up thinking about it because it's so meaningful.
Yeah, me too. I think along with that, it also is a good way to just kind of stay fresh in my language skills, because like last year, I actually didn't take any Spanish coursework because I was very busy with other classes I was taking, but like I found personal gain in being able to keep my Spanish skills fresh in my mind. But along with that, like Amelia said, it's really just amazing to be able to build connections with these families, because you work with a lot of them pretty consistently throughout the year. So just getting to see these students kind of come out of their shell and find their own community within the district is really, really inspiring.
Wonderful.
These students were such an amazing part of the Community Resource Night last year. It was the first year we had them, and we had all of the TNI students right at the front, so when families came in, you were able to connect with them and find out if they need an interpreter. We'll have interpreters at the event this year again, but you were such a huge help, and we're so excited that you're going to be part of it again this year.
So Carrie, tell us more about the Community Resource Night. What are the different components of it, and what is an experience like for a family that comes in? What happens?
Yes, great. Well, there are so many great components of the night. Families will enter the main entrance of Minnetonka Middle School East, where they'll be greeted by the Tonka Neighbors Initiative students. If they are in need of an interpreter, we'll have interpreters there in Russian, French, Spanish, and Somali. And then we have a variety of things. One of the biggest components is our resource fair. This year we have 38 organizations that will have tables with information set up. So we're really hoping that these families can connect with all of the organizations and resources that we have in our community, and just realizing all of the help and support and the education and the resources that are available to them. This event really is trying to decrease access to barriers for resources. The event is open to everyone, and we hope we have great attendance. We have inflatables set up in the gym for the kids. Family Friends has donated pizza again this year. Adele's has donated ice cream, so we'll have a free dinner. We also have books and winter warm wear for families to come. It's a great night of connection, and we're just really excited to have our 4th event this year.
So they come in, they get like a stamp book, where if they want to go to all the different tables, they get a stamp in the book.
Yes, it's wonderful. So families will come in, we want them to connect with resources, and once they fill out their stamp book, they are entered into a drawing for the prize. And I know that you've worked in the prize room before, and it's the best room. It's so fun to see the kids walk through and pick prizes for their families. And so that's a fun component of the night. Minnetonka Police Department is there to play with the kids on the inflatables. Also have face painting and book giveaways. It really is just a great night for connection for the community.
Yeah. And so more geared toward families that are not as connected with the district. I mean, they don't have to have a language barrier to come to the event, but we often find that there is a language barrier, or at least for a component of the families that come.
Yes, this event really, when it started, was geared towards the families that might not have immediate access or might not feel as connected to the district. And so we are focusing on our multilingual families and families that just might not feel as connected to the community. We just want them to know about all of the great things that we have here in Minnetonka. The event is open to everyone, and if you want to learn more about the great organizations that we have, this would be a great event to attend. Just a few of the resources that will be available: ICA Food Shelf, Resource West, Teaming Up for Teens. We have probably 6 or 7 Hennepin County organizations that will be there as well. It's just a great way to connect with the community.
Do people have to sign up in advance?
They don't. They can just show up. It's from 6 to 8 on Friday at MME, and come and enjoy a fun night of connection, free dinner.
Bring the kids.
Bring the kids. We've got lots of fun events for the kids.
Fantastic. And so your role specifically at the event, aside from like staffing the welcome table?
Yeah.
And then you also are helping with translation?
Yeah, so we will have our interpreters or ambassadors stationed at the front. So families will come in and they kind of just welcome all families. But then if a family does need a translator, we can help them with filling out forms, walking through the stations with them, things like that. And then we'll usually have some members also down in the gym playing with the kids, because like we mentioned, we are familiar with a lot of these students through the EL program that we work with pretty consistently. So it's always kind of fun for them to see a familiar face at these nights.
Did either of you do this last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any particular memory that you have from that just made you smile?
Well, I remember seeing some kids that I knew, which was great. That was special. And then you get to run around with them in the inflatables.
Yeah. I would say just being able to see the kids. I remember we were playing volleyball, we were playing tag. It was great to just continue building those bonds with the students.
Yeah.
Carrie, how about you? A memory that stands out?
Oh, there's so many great stories that come out of the events. One story that I love is we had a family that connected with one of our resources that divulged that they were having a hard time and were living in their car. So a number of resources came together and helped that family find stable housing and connected them in ways that might not have happened had they not been at this event. So stories like that happen every year, and we're just so thankful for all the support from the district. I want to say special thanks to the Minnetonka Foundation for their support for this event. The Minnetonka Family Collaborative also supports this. Almost all of our PTOs have supported this over the last 4 years, and it's just been a great community outpouring of support.
And a lot of staff and teachers
Yes,
involved in your planning
absolutely.
committee,
and so many teacher volunteers and staff volunteers that come and are part of that night and are doing it outside of their normal workday and are just excited to connect with families.
well, it's a terrific night. It's a really fun thing to be a part of. Ladies, thank you for all your involvement and for being here this morning. We appreciate it. Carrie, thanks so much for what you're doing. This is an exciting night. This is the 4th year of it?
It's the 4th year. We're so excited.
Just a reminder, it is on Friday from 6 to 8 at Minnetonka Middle School East.
Yes.
There is food there. There is no sign up needed in advance. Bring the kids, and it's really about connecting to the different resources that can support families, everything from food insecurity to housing or a variety of needs.
It's going to be great. So many resources to connect with, and it should be a really fun night. And thank you for being a part of it.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yes.
Thank you. As we close, I want to thank each of you for being here, for all the work that you do for the greater good and inspiring our community. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on Ahoy Minnetonka.